So you guys Flyers fans too? Are you Flyers fans?
I always was a Flyers fan growing up. I just haven't really devoted much time in the last couple
because
of
they don't deserve your time.
It's tough
because
man.
it's hard to be like, I'm going to devote time to this team for a team that doesn't put money into the product. Right. They don't, and like the product stinks right now.
Yeah, well, like they say, they're 3 years away from being 3 years away. They keep saying, "Oh, we got this plan," and they keep moving. They keep moving the goal. But this year they got a bunch of draft picks. Don't they have a bunch of draft picks this year? Like, is it an insane amount of draft? They have like an insane amount of draft picks this year. So people are kind of excited to see what. But of course, even when you draft guys, they still got to go through the minor leagues.
Yeah, right.
But
their goalies stink.
And well, their former goalie just won back-to-back Stanley Cups, Bobrovsky.
Well, yes, shouldn't have got rid of him.
That is only Philadelphia could just let a guy go and he goes and wins back-to-back championships. That's unbelievable. I heard somebody saying, "Well, if we kept him, we would have won a cup." Maybe they would have. You still would have to surround them with good players, but it would have helped.
Yeah, that's another problem. Defense in front of the goalie. Like, you can't always be pissed off at the goalie for giving up 7 goals when
and I agree with that.
Not playing defense.
No, and you're absolutely right, Chad.
But again, why would you also sacrifice your face for a team that's not going to win anyway? Like,
but I've watched Tommy Soderstrom and Dominic Rousseau like 93 and 94. That's what these goalies look like right now. They're not good enough. And you're right. They need the defenseman in front of them. But they need better goaltending. They're going to need to sign somebody this offseason. They can't go with the same thing. They can't do
it.
Yeah, it's and I don't know. Do you think they'll ever give Carter Hart a second chance with the Flyers?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the trial to be over.
The charge wasn't the whole thing dropped? I thought the charges were dismissed.
No, they're still doing.
They're still going on.
I still think the trial's like still going on, but it's looking.
I thought it was dismissed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I read the wrong thing. I heard it wrong. But
I don't know. But
that's another thing. Only the Flyers can have that, right? They lose. They give up Bobrovsky. He wins back-to-back. The other goalie they have, he gets charged with these criminal charges. I mean, they have no luck when it comes to goalies.
No,
they have no luck whatsoever.
They've lost a goalie to this. They lost a goalie to death. They've lost a lot of goalies.
Everybody
expected July 24th.
Oh, it's still going on.
I was just Googling it too.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what the hell I heard. Excuse me. But everybody loves this Mitchkov, but he's still young, right? Everybody loves him.
I love him.
Everybody loves him.
Love him.
Everybody loves him. So, well, hopefully he'll pan out. But I remember he was 70, even in the 80s when Mike Keenan.
See what you expected him to be this year, though?
Yeah.
Mitchkov?
I think he's going to be better this year.
Young kid.
I was just going to be better this year.
Playing on a team that's not that good, I think he did good.
He wasn't well coached either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, well, he was brutal. That what's his name? The guy they just fired.
Torch.
Torch was brutal. And I guess because a young kid, he was trying to make.
I think that's going to make him a better player. Though.
Probably.
Like, listen, I know that was probably not the way you should coach a generational talent, benching him and all that. But later in his career, that's going to make him better.
It very well could.
Torch's heart was hard.
Yeah,
and that's how he should be.
No, and I understand that people are down on Torch and he should have been fired. It was time.
I agree.
But I know what he was trying to do. He was trying to make him better for later in his career, and I give him credit for that because some people didn't know they're going to get fired are like, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Like,
now we got a nice old Broad Street bully.
Yeah, Rick Tocchet. I like it.
Yeah, but that's people are complaining because they keep bringing back ex-players to coach, ex-Flyers players to coach. He's like the third or fourth different one.
He was the best option. I don't
That's what people are saying.
I've been saying that for years. It's funny you bring it up. I've been saying it forever. Like
they always bring guys back,
hire and promote within. Like even Lappy, LaPerriere, like they brought him into to help coach and do things. Like, why? Because you just gave up your orbital bone for us. I appreciate that. But dude, move on. Like, go back home to your family. Like,
but they brought Chuck Fletcher in as GM and he sucked. He was terrible or horrendous.
Well, I'm not saying I was the biggest Lappy fan when he was here. I loved him to death.
People were saying that Chuck Fletcher really set the organization back, and they're still digging out from him. Yeah,
Ron Hextall too. My favorite player, Ron Hextall. He wasn't a great GM either. He wasn't lighting the world on fire.
All right.
I love him as a player. When I played goalie in ice hockey, he was my tribute goalie mix. I had Ron Hextall, but as a GM, he was not good.
Yeah.
So hopefully this GM, hopefully Briere brings us back.
But one of the biggest surprising things in my lifetime, and I'm older than you guys, is how big the Flyers used to be in Philadelphia and how they've gone down. I remember even in the 80s when Mike Keenan was coaching, The Flyers were gigantic. You would go to these
Yep.
sports bars and the Flyer stuff everywhere.
Flies
And-
flying for people's houses.
And now it's like you almost forget we even have a hockey
What
team.
was the
Nobody-
list? What was the list back then? Like from the 4 sports, what was the list?
It was probably, I mean,
Eagles first.
It was Eagles. Yeah, Eagles probably passed the Phillies in the 80s because I remember in the 70s, I would have said the Phillies were first. But the Eagles, especially when Buddy Ryan came here. When Buddy Ryan came here, people loved them. So that's about when the Eagles. And then the Phillies were second. Flyers were third. Flyers,
Yeah.
but they were strong third.
They could have been. They could have took second.
Well, I don't know if they could have took second, but they were certainly people loved them. There was a hardcore fan base, and now it's almost like you forget there's a hockey team. People don't
Because they're
don't
so bad for so long,
Yeah,
and
you
you
don't
blame the
mention it.
organization for that.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, it's not good. And now we'll see. They got Keith Jones, and people love him. We'll see what he can do. I don't know.
Listen, I'm friends with one of the guys that covers the Flyers, and he said, I haven't seen a winning season since I've been alive. I haven't seen,
Well, I mean, 2010, 15 years ago, they made the finals. That's the last time they made the Stanley Cup Finals, and
Yeah.
that's 15 years.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
remember that.
and
I
even-
watched every game.
yeah. So I don't know. It's a shame
Yeah.
that it went down
Yeah.
so much. 'Cause people just used to love the Flyers, and now I don't know. You don't even hear anybody talk about them
I
anymore.
had to talk him off a cliff one time because they suck so bad this year. He thought this was the year. And I was like, Chris, it's going to get better. Chris Mayer. I'm like, it's going to get better. Because you're hitting rock bottom. This
Why
is
are you
it.
lying to them?
No, I think
I know how you feel.
no, they're
Even
gonna
from here.
No, they're gonna make the playoffs one of these years.
I
It's
know
gonna
how he feels
happen.
because I'm a Phillies fan. The Phillies had dark years, so I know how he feels.
Yeah, the 90s.
Yeah,
It was
the
terrible.
90s, terrible.
Oh, my God.
Absolutely terrible.
Watch 100 losses every year.
Yep. It was bad. It was really bad.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.